Okay, let's dive in. We're heading, metaphorically speaking, to Kutch in Gujarat today.
Right, to the salt flats.
Work there, the Agariya community. Salt artisans, really.
That's a good way to put it. They produce something like, what, 70% of India's salt? It's a
Yeah.
massive amount.
70%. And to do that, they actually live out there right near the salt fields for most of the year, October to June, something like that.
Yeah, pretty much. Living and working in that environment. And their housing situation.
Yeah.
Well, that's the real challenge we're looking at.
Right, because they live in these temporary huts.
Yeah.
Kachi Tuptas.
Mm-hmm. Basically, shelters they have to build fresh each season, and they're just not built for those conditions.
I can only imagine. You've got intense heat, then cold, the risk of floods, constant wind.
And the salt itself, it's corrosive, gets into everything. These huts, they offer very little protection.
And there's a really serious safety issue too, right, with cooking.
Yeah, that's critical. The wind is often so strong they're forced to cook inside these structures, which are, quite flammable. It's a huge fire risk.
Okay, so the need is clear. Something sturdy, safe, resistant to the elements, but also temporary. And it's a puzzle that CSI-CBRI Roorkee, that's the Central Building Research Institute, actually tackled.
Mm-hmm. We're basing this discussion on their report, which is titled Khari, Chaun. It details their solution. And it's fascinating because the team, Dr. R.C.B. Chidambaram, Dr. Harpal Singh, and Dr. Manojit Samanta, they really seem to have focused on the specific.
Right, it wasn't just a generic fix. They developed this structure, also called Khari Chaun.
Yeah.
You described it as multi-purpose, fire-resistant, and foldable.
Yeah, bindable is the term they use, which essentially means foldable. That's kind of the key to the portability.
How does that work practically?
Well, it's based on a strong steel angle frame, but the sections are connected with hinges and a special locking system. So you can literally fold and unfold it.
So it packs down relatively flat, I guess?
Exactly. And crucially, it has wheels.
Wheels. Okay, that makes total sense for moving it across the flats at the end of the season.
Right. It means no need for, heavy machinery or complicated setup procedures. It's designed to be manageable for the community themselves.
And what about resisting that harsh environment? The salt, the wind?
They thought of that. The steel has an anti-rust treatment, absolutely essential there. And the design includes bracing and ways to anchor it securely using base plates and hooks to handle strong winds.
Okay, stability, portability. What about inside? The heat, the fire risk we mentioned.
Also addressed. The design provides better thermal comfort than the traditional huts. And really importantly, the fabric used for the walls and roof has a fire-resistant coat.
That directly tackles the cooking inside problem.
It significantly reduces the danger, yeah. Plus, there are windows for ventilation, which helps with both comfort and getting cooking fumes out.
So when you look at the outcome here, this Khari Chaun structure, it's not just a shelter, it seems like a really holistic solution.
I think so. It's strong but light enough to move. It's durable against the specific environmental threats. It's safer, especially regarding fire.
And you can see how projects like this, these focused efforts to build resilience and improve living standards through Indian ingenuity, how they contribute to that larger vision. Viksit Bharat at 2047.
It's about building that self-reliant, developed nation from the ground up, community by community. This feels like one concrete step. They're actually looking for industry partners now, perhaps through CSR initiatives, to help scale this up.
That's good to know. It makes you wonder, doesn't it? How many other quiet innovations like Khari Chaun are out there? Researchers and communities working together, tackling unique challenges, making these kinds of significant practical differences, often without much fanfare.
Yeah, it's definitely something we're thinking about. There's probably a lot more going on than we usually hear about.